Hey YouTube, so I'm finally checking out Milady. Now this is one of the 3 light greatswords added to the DLC. So the other 2, there's Leader's Sword, which I like, Rylana's Twin Blades, which I really like, great for in-faith builds. And I guess you'd say Milady is it's the standard version, the vanilla version. So you can change the infusion, you can change the Ash of War. So I think it comes with Impaling Thrust. And here I've got a rune level 90 intelligence build, so there's 2 ashes that I'm going to use. There's Ghostflame Call, which basically does what Death's Poker does, only it feels a little bit underpowered in comparison. I haven't done direct testing on this build, but whenever I've used Death's Poker it's always felt like really strong, whereas this just kind of felt okay. I'm using Cold Infusion, so I don't know if that maybe affected it, but yeah, it just feels like if that's what you want, Death's Poker is probably the one to go for. Now the other ash that I'm using, which you're going to see coming up, is Carian Sovereignty, and that's with a magic infusion, and that's really strong, obviously. Now what I like about the weapon is the moveset. Oh, by the way, I always say Gravity Stone fan on an int build, situations like that, it's just beautiful. So yeah, I really like the moveset. So what you're going to see here is a charged R2 into an R1. So there we go. There's the R1 finish. It's just really nice, you know, it's a really nice combo. It will trigger multi-hit damage. So if you're using Millicent's Prosthesis, as I am here, you're going to get a damage bonus. There we go. So I tried to be clever here, thinking he's going to go all the way down the ladder. And he waits for me to jump down, and then he climbs back up. So I'm thinking, is he going to wait at the top for me? Is he going to fight 1v1? I'm getting ready. I've got my Physic, Crimson Bubble Tear. I've got my Boiled Crab, and he just jumps down. Okay. So what's his plan? His plan is to basically just panic roll around this room, and he could, you know, keep playing the level, I guess, trying to run through, but he's just going to panic roll into a big tree. So yeah, unlucky mate, GG. But yeah, as I was saying, the other ash is Carian Sovereignty with magic infusion, and that's what you're going to see here. This hits really hard. Carian Grandeur was obviously great, but this, you can see there, that's a one-shot. In fairness, they haven't leveled Vigor as much as they should, but you know, that's a one-shot. And then, you know, if it hadn't been that kind of follow-up sweep, you know, it's just great. Particularly if someone's kind of, you know, rolling around you, it's just really strong. But yeah, the moveset I really like. So I've talked about the kind of, you know, the charged R2 into the R1. You can do 2 R1s into an R2. But for me, it's really the speed. So I'm the kind of player, when I press a button, you know, I like something to happen pretty much straight away. So I don't really use Colossals that often. Like occasionally I might use the Watchdog Greatsword or the Executioner's Great Axe. To be honest, that's as much for fashion as anything else. I just think they look cool. But yeah, I really like the speed, the moveset, the range. I've seen different discourse online about the poise damage. I have to admit, I don't really know, you know, what its poise damage stats are. All I can say is it felt okay. You know, obviously, you know, if you're trying to trade with a 2-handed Colossal, you know, you're not going to have the best time. But to me, it felt good. We can see the Phantom there, Saint Trina. There seem to be a lot of Saint Trina Phantoms around at the moment, unless it's the same person, but they've got Rylana's Twin Blades. And it's kind of, you know, with them, you just know it's going to be the Ash. You know it's going to be the Ash, though in fairness they do mix it up a little bit there. They might have changed weapon, maybe. But yeah, I guess the Ash that most people associate Milady with would be Wing Stance. Now, it doesn't actually come with that. That comes separately. I think Milady comes with Impaling Thrust. For me, this is one of those really weird little design choices in the DLC. because this is the only weapon that you can use wing stance on, which is a real shame because I think it would look really cool on a Nagakiba. But you know, if it's the only weapon that you can use it on, why doesn't it just come with it? You know, yeah, just to me, it just didn't. Yeah, that was never gonna work there, mate. I've tried using that spell in PvP too. Yeah, it's just weird because I think it would look great on other weapons, and it's like the ash on the Great Katana, the kind of the double. I can't remember what it's called, but the double slash down. Again, that's the only weapon that you can use it on, and again, that would be great on the other katanas. So yeah, I just think here we go, Carian sovereignty, boom. Though in fairness, he managed to avoid that first. That follow-up, but still got him. Now here, I have to admit, I thought I'd got the host, but no, it turned out it was the Phantom. Actually, what I normally do, didn't really have time there. When I invade, I make a mental note of the name that pops up, just in case you've got a Phantom using the trick mirror, you know, and the host isn't rune arced, as is the case here. So, you know, like I say, the speed's good, the range is good. We've got a hunter turning up. Great, there we go. Here's a blue. Blue has come to save the day. Because obviously blues are the best. They are the best players. And there we go. GG, mate. Go and spoil someone else's fun now. But yeah, Carian sovereignty is just super strong. I don't understand why he didn't roll away there. The rest of the build, I have the two-handed talisman, because you'll see me two-handing the sword quite a lot. Not there though, because I'm trying to use some spells. I've got the bull goats for a little bit of poise, and I've got the Alexander shard as well. And in my physic, you can see I've got the Crimson Bubble tier, but I've also got the Magic tier as well for a little bit of extra damage. And I just put on a few spells as well. So I love Gavelaheimer. I've got a few Carian spells as well. I've got Cannonaheimer. And oh look, they've got back to the Grace. They're summoning their buddy. But will they arrive in time? And this is a little... There's a few things I wish FromSoft would change in PvP. So number one, if I kill your Phantom, you cannot resummon them. So that's it. They're gone. That's it. You know, you can only resummon them after you've rested at a Grace, which basically means you've either beaten the invader or the invader's beaten you. And again, the blue hunters, host should only get one. That's it. You know, and if I kill that blue, then that's it. You don't get another one. You certainly don't get infinite blues. That guy ran in straight into Carian sovereignty there. That wasn't the smartest move. I know they're not going to change any of these things for Elden Ring, but I just kind of hope they learn a few lessons from. I guess. I mean, they must kind of know a lot of the feedback that people have on PvP in Elden Ring. So you know, I fully expect as an invader, it should be a challenge because you know I am trying to stop someone make progress. But it just kind of feels hosts maybe have a little bit too much of an easy ride. So I guess we'll see. Of course, that depends if the next one is a Souls game or not, and if it has PvP. And these guys, yeah, iframes. Do they not know? There we go, boom. Though even at rune level 90, you got to say that's not a lot of HP. So they get a cheeky little wave. And I can't remember what's coming up. So I did these about a week ago. So what happens is I spend about an hour or so doing invasions, and then I'll just kind of go through the clips on my PlayStation, and I'll kind of quickly edit them into like it depends how many I've got, like 5-10 minutes. but then it'll be like a few days later that I do the voiceover. So sometimes it's as much a surprise to me as it is to you what's coming up. But I think I know what's happening here. So we've got 2 hosts at Grace, a host and a phantom. So they're being aggressive. Fair play to them. Why not? I'm trying to spoil their fun. Got a bit of Ghostflame call there. But you know, sometimes they call back up. Sometimes you get backup of your own. Here we have a helping hand. Sorry, that's a terrible pun. Anyway, GG guys. And here's the stats. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you want to leave me a like or a follow, that'll be awesome. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.